Buenas chavales, os traigo aquí un nuevo vídeo, esta vez NBA 2K14, de jugador en Play 3, y en el que este partido jugaremos en casa contra los Grizzlies de Marc Gasol. Intentaremos conseguir la victoria como siempre, hacer un buen partido, ya que el All-Star está cerca y queremos estar entre los elegidos. Imagino que al ser los rookies, el rookie más valorado en la temporada, estaremos en el partido de novatos y segundo año. Y quién sabe si en el All-Star, en el partido del domingo, aunque eso está más complicado. El objetivo principal de la temporada es intentar clasificarnos para los playoffs, lo que está muy difícil actualmente. Y bueno, otra cosa que os quería comentar es que si os cansáis mucho a la hora de jugar, os recomiendo que os compréis unas gafas especiales para la hora de jugar, como las que recomiendan Noscopeglasses, los cuales ofrecen una oferta inigualable para los jugadores con un precio muy económico en uno de sus productos especiales para gaming. Así que os dejo un link en la descripción para que veáis qué tal, las características de las gafas, el precio, opiniones de la gente que la ha comprado ya, y así quién sabe, y a lo mejor los animáis a comprarla. Así que chavales, os dejo y nos vemos en el próximo vídeo. Adiós.
Not without him. They've got to make some significant adjustments. Yeah, they've got to figure out which combinations of players are looking good for them. They may have to add a couple of sets, to diversify the offense a little bit. But look, this is life in the NBA. Injuries happen. You have to respond as a team. We'll see how this club handles it.
Monroe, the pass to Jimenez. Outside Jennings. Smith on the wing. Jimenez. It's rebounded by Bayless.
A lot of what Memphis has done to build its team would have to be considered taking the undervalued approach. You look at guys like Zebo, Marc Gasol, and most recently Jared Bayless. Those were good players that really have found a nice home in Memphis.
Nice shot by Smith. On defense, Detroit. They defeated the Wizards in their last one.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be much of a challenge for them in that game. It seemed like they scored at will, not much defense that they were facing. Yep, they had the defense on its heels early the entire game, and actually nearly the entire game, and no matter what unit was out there, looked like a mismatch to me.
Well, Clark, just talking about Memphis, they really have taken a group of players that were thought to be non-impact roster spots, and Steve, they've turned things around with them.
Kind of comes across in the way the entire team plays. It's a blue-collar group, Kevin. Some cast-offs, guys with a chip on their shoulder. They've got a toughness and an edge about them, and I think it's really helped this team create its identity. In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
Prince dishes to Gasol, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Back to Smith, and the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And we've got a chance now to get caught up on how the standings are looking in the West as we make the push through midseason. Taking a look at Oklahoma City, earning the first place position with a terrific record, and we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And of course, Memphis just need to take it a game at a time.
When I look at Memphis, they've had a down year so far by their standards. I'm sure this wasn't where they pictured themselves being in the standings right now. Well, they didn't picture themselves there, neither did I, Clark. I think most people, in fact, thought that this would be an elite team, like they were a year ago, but it's been a drop-off, and they've got to pick themselves up off the mat.
Shot clock at 5. Jimenez. And ball. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. Not sure you guys had a chance to catch the entire press conference, but what do you think about his comments after that last game?
Well, I really admire and respect the attitude this kid brings. It's always about wins and getting the ultimate goal of an NBA title. He never loses focus or gets distracted with much of anything else. That attitude is going to win over a lot of people in the organization and in the locker room.
Well, everyone will come out and say they're focused on winning a championship, but you know, they can get distracted pretty easily. I think when you listen to him, he means it. You can really tell. It's very sincere, you know, when he talks about what his goals for this season are.
And so it's Detroit with the ball. After the missed three from Bayless.
Oh, that's a frustrating one there. Easy look at the hoop.
Dishes it to Allen. Feeds it to Bayless. It's Prince on the wing. Releases from the wing and drills it. 1:58 left to play in the first quarter. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, thank you. I spoke with the Pistons head coach for just a bit. On his mind, the difficult task of defending Zach Randolph. He said, Randolph's a special...
Pass to Caldwell Pope. There's the pick. And the bucket counts. He's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Give an assist there, not just for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
The Pistons shooting their fifth attempt at the line in the game. And the Pistons making a change here. Smith has checked in.
Well, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, I guess we can call him KCP. 6'6" shooting guard out of Georgia, one of those guys that stat heads love because he has that rare combination of being a great three-point shooter and a great free throw shooter.
Jimenez, he's in at small forward. Caldwell-Pope out there with Jennings. Then there's Monet. And it's Smith in at the power forward position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. The Pistons leading. Pass to Jimenez. It's back to Jennings. The pass to Jimenez. 6 to shoot. Here's Smith. Soft touch off the glass. Smith's got his second basket. Throw back to Caldwell-Pope. Not just a shooter, he can defend. Average 2 steals a game. Clark also grabbed 7 rebounds a contest at Georgia.
Kevin certainly has the athleticism to impact the game with his quickness and jumping ability. The question can be he develop his ball handling and take advantage of the athleticism offensively?
A top-notch offensive rebounder. Clark, it seems like he's always around the ball.
Yeah, it sure does, Steve. One of those guys you've got to find when the shot goes up. Get your body on him or he'll embarrass you. Guys, Kenyon Martin was signed by the Knicks towards the end of last season as they dealt with a litany of injuries, and he really delivered. I mean, he's 35 years old, microfracture surgery on both knees, but he's still got some bounce in those legs, and you know he's got plenty of intensity.
Boy, he's so hard to stop, guys, because he poses a ton of matchup problems for the defense.
Allen kicks to Bayless on the high post. And he overshot that one, missing. Pistons leading by 5. Smith outside. Pass to Jimenez. Smith with a screen on Allen. Jimenez, the pass to Jennings. No one covering. And the Pistons lead by 7. And you look at Kenyon Martin. Not the biggest frame inside, 6'9", about 240, but he is still a difference maker on the defensive end.
Yeah, he is. Shot blocker, tough defender, never backs down, and always has done a good job finishing in the lane. Remember, he was the #1 overall draft pick back in 2000.
Here is Bayless. He's guarded by Jennings. Count the bucket.
Boy, they're getting a bunch more threes up here in the second quarter.
Yeah, little trigger happening here, Clark. You can't win the game with one shot. You got to vary it up and challenge the defense inside.
Marc Gasol's checked in for Memphis. Miller comes in for Tayshaun Prince. Here's Jimenez. A 3. Jennings can't get it to go. Last outing for Memphis, they won that game against the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, that was a strange game. Very shaky defensive performance by their opponent, but hey, they took advantage of it.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard as they should have.
Pass to Jimenez. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. Jennings has got 3 assists in the game. And Bayless gets to Gasol. No good. Good work defensively by Monroe. Pistons leading by 4. A minute 50 left to play here in the half. And the pass to Jimenez. Smith. Nice ball movement by Detroit. He's against Miller. Smith, the pass to Jimenez. And the shot is good. Mavericks got 13 points.
You got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Hi, Ken.
Now, presented by Sprint. Let's get into the Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. It's been one outstanding game for Maverick.
I like that he didn't force anything in that first half. His decision-making was really flawless.
That being the case, Steve, I think they want him to be more assertive in the second half. Look to take more shots. Be a little more shot hungry, even the tough ones.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Memphis. Prince is the 3 and Randolph the 4. Jared Bayless is out there with Tony Allen. And it's Gasol at the center position. Jimenez, the pass to Jennings. Tayshaun Prince with the rebound.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
Here is Bayless, averaging 13 points a contest. Right side, Randolph. Monroe on him. His first shot coming late. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, when Randolph was younger, guys, he got a bad rap for making bonehead plays on the court. Putting up ill-advised threes and committing foolish fouls and so on and so on. But since coming to Memphis, he's been as heady and as smart and as engaged a player as anyone at the 4 spot in the league. He's one of my favorite guys to watch work because he does it with skill, force, and understanding of the game.
Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Rodney Stuckey. And Randolph drops them both. Well, you talk about Randolph's understanding of the game. Not the biggest or the most athletic guy, but certainly, Steve, he finds ways to be effective.
You know, Kevin, I was a teammate of his rookie season.
I've forgotten about that.
Yeah, and you could see then he had all kinds of skill and feel for the game. A terrific passer and just has a way of putting the ball in the basket.
Only played the 1 season at Michigan State.
That's right.
Marion, Indiana, Zach Randolph. The Pistons haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
Well, the season numbers for this club really low. I mean, this is something that the team has been focusing on. They've got to improve.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
Now Bayless. Back to Randolph. And that comes off the assist by Jared Bayless. Randolph's got 4 this quarter.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded out physical game.
Yeah, that was your game, Clark. Pound it inside and take the ball right to the defense.
That's what I tried to do, man. I knew my limitations.
And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Outstanding job there to absorb the contact and guide it in.
That's how you impose your will against the defender. He came to play.
The Grizzlies trail by 9. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Here is Bayless. He's guarded by Jennings. Prince kicks to Bayless. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Well, with this break in the action, let's see which players have had the hot hand lately. Here are the top scorers in the past month. Now you look at Maverick, top 5 scorer in the league. What a player he is.
Well, I'm sure the coach is pleased with his performance here recently. He's been on a nice little roll. If this keeps up, his team will definitely be moving in the right direction.
Kenyon Martin has checked in for Memphis. It's back to Jennings. Smith on the wing. Smith right side. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. From deep, the shot's good from Bayless. Bayless has got 6.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
And it's Smith penetrating. The feed to Nene. Here's Jimenez. Goes up again, and it's Nene getting it to go in. And the Pistons lead by 8.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
And Bayless kicks to Allen. He feeds it to Bayless. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the 3-point variety.
Yeah, and unless they make some rotations and closeouts defensively, there's more to come, Clark. They can't afford to give them that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to fight over the top of that.
Mike Miller's checked in for Tayshaun Prince. Bayless dishes to Miller. He passes it to Bayless. It's Allen on the wing. Expanding his range. Detroit with the rebound. Smith's got 4 rebounds in this game. They traveled to Memphis last time they faced the Grizzlies and came away with the win.
Yeah, they really had their number in that game. Big margin of victory for them. They got there by really including their bench. The depth became a major factor. They just wore them down.
Bayless the pass to Martin. Martin gets a screen from Bayless. Martin kicks to Bayless. And a miss there on the triple. What Steve just talked about regarding how much they spread their scoring around was probably the most striking thing about that big win.
And the fact that they did have such a huge lead allowed them to even use their bench a little more than normal, and that was something that served them well. Can't seem to find the range here in the second. He did a great job in the first, hitting 3 from outside.
There's the dish to Martin. He kicks it to Bayless. It's the rebound. Miller outside. Allen feeds to Bayless. Martin with a screen on Jennings. And Bayless kicks to Allen. Out to Miller. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Some changes for Memphis. Koufos comes in for Kenyon Martin. And Zach Randolph is subbed in for Ed Davis. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Bayless. From beyond the arc and then some. Bayless has got 9 points now in just the second half.
They're starting to give him a little too much space here in the second half. That's his 3rd three-pointer since the break.
The Pistons working the ball around now. Monroe. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy 2.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Prince is checked in.
Well, I'm sure he'd like to have that one back, but making it a 2-possession game was the key, and he got that done.
Here's Franklin. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Here's Maverick. 19 points in the game. Good if it goes. And release it in time, but it's off the mark. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a...
Nothing like NBA action. So come out.
And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. And Steve and Clark and I are refreshed and ready to go here as well. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Pistons.
Well, they're taking high percentage shots in the paint. I like the way their offense is putting it.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
Jimenez in at small forward. Shane Battier is out there at Greg Monroe. Then there's Jennings, and it's Singler in at the 2. That's the group for Detroit right now.
For the majority of his career, Marc Gasol has been referred to as the other Gasol. But last season, you can make that case that he surpassed his brother Powell in terms of impact on the court.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Allen's checked in.
Boy, that was solid. I'll tell you, he's one of the best there is up there at the foul line.
Singler dishes to Monroe. Jimenez, guarded by Prince. Kicks it to Battier. Pass to Jennings. Fires from deep. Allen with the rebound. And Marc Gasol, a little bigger than his older brother Powell, very comfortable at the center position, whereas Powell is a little more of a tweener. They're both obviously so incredibly skilled.
They sure are. I mean, both Gasol's able to play in the high post as passers, as jump shooters, or down on the low block, and where they can use their array of offensive skill. Pretty impressive to see two players like that coming out of the same family.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, Kevin, head coach of the Pistons had some words for his team over the break. He said, guys, this is the kind of game we're capable of playing when we put our minds to it. I knew we had it in us, just like I know we're going to come out on top. Let's finish this thing. Guys?
Thanks, Doris. Foul call. Looked like the D didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws. And here's what the Detroit Pistons schedule looks like. Following this game, they hit the road. They'll take on the Knicks in New York. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. And the first one at the line is good.
100% free throw shooting this half, guys.
Efficiency is so crucial when you're trying to overcome a deficit, Steve.
Kenyon Martin, he's checked in for Memphis. Jimenez, the pass to Batty. He dishes it to Jennings. Jennings can't get that one to fall. And there's the call on that. That's his first foul. The Pistons making a change here. Smith is checked in. Allen kicks to Bayless. Outside, Martin. Martin gets a screen from Bayless. Martin dishes to Bayless. Passes it to Allen. The feed to Prince. Uncovered. Misses off the left iron.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
Allen right side. Back to Prince. Dishes to Bayless. Stolen away. And here's Jennings, the fast break opportunity. Jimenez, the pass to Nene. Beyond the arc. Allen against Jennings. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Allen outside. Prince kicks to Allen. Bayless. Bayless off a pick from Gasol. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Bayless. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Here's Maverick. Jennings passes to Jimenez. Detroit, no good that time either.
Well, ever since the second half started, he's been ice cold. Very little going his way right now.
Bayless dishes to Gasol. Pass to Prince. He feeds it to Bayless. There's the pass to Gasol. They get it again. Kicks it out to Allen. He passes to Bayless. The dish to Gasol. Second shot opportunity. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
You look at what Gasol has done so far. He's got 8 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them. You know, they don't come easier than that, but you've got to get yourself there first.
The Grizzlies making a switch here.
You can't say enough about his composure in big moments. He's as cool as they come, guys.
He kicks to single. Outside Jennings. Jennings off a pick from Jimenez. It's Jennings with the drive. Nene. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. And the Pistons lead by 3. 1:46 left here in the fourth quarter. And Bayless kicks to Prince. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Big call, Kevin. He just didn't get there quick enough, and that's a tough break.
You hear the crowd kind of murmuring. I don't think they agreed with the officials on that one.
Steve, I tell you what, they're really letting them have it.
Josh Smith, he's checked in for Detroit. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Inside. Here's Jimenez. Grizzlies with the rebound. Gasol's got his third rebound tonight. 1:10 left to play here in the fourth. Bayless the pass to Prince to take the lead. It's good!
Ooh, a pressure basket right there.
Now that's coming through in the clutch.
Feeds it to Nene. Up top, Jennings. Back to Nene. Passes to Jimenez. Yes!
He should thank the defense for those 2 points. Really, nobody paid him any mind there.
.43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here is Bayless. He's guarded by Jennings. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, they had a foul to give, but they couldn't get it done before that shot attempt.
Yeah, and giving up free throws isn't ideal here, Steve. You know that, but at least they've got the clock stopped.
And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
Needed those and got it. Terrific job at the line under pressure.
Pass to Jimenez. No good from three-point territory. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he does get the second one. And that will put them up by 2. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's back to Jennings. The pass to Jimenez. Good! A huge shot to tie it up. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Back to Prince. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Huge turnover there, and at a bad time, too. You have to value every possession.
Time expires, and we're going to overtime. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from the Palace.
One of the most beloved mascots.
And what great competition we're seeing so far. After 4 quarters, a stalemate. And we'll see now how these two teams and these few minutes of basketball pan out. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. On the court for the Pistons, Josh Smith and Greg Monroe at the 3 and 4. Maverick out there with Jennings. Then it's Nene in at the 5 down low. And he knocks down the first one. He's off on the second. The Pistons leading. Passes it to Jimenez. In low to Monroe. Tries to save it. Now Bayless. Randolph a screen on Jennings. And Bayless kicks to Prince. And Zach Randolph the bucket on the assist by Prince. That's 10 points for Zach Randolph.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Jennings off a pick from Jimenez. Shoots off a screen. The Pistons rebound. Goes back up. Nene kicks to Jennings. We're just over a minute into overtime here. Screen by Monroe. Pass to Nene. Leads him in there. And good on the basket. Book it. That's 12 points for Greg Monroe.
Boy, the deeper we get into this game, the more offense we're seeing.
And that goes for both teams, Steve. Everybody firing on all cylinders right now.
Jennings with the double team. Here is Bayless. He's guarded by Jennings. Nene and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So Memphis will get the first possession. And no shortage of excitement here, and we're officially underway in overtime in this game. The Pistons shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. Jennings defended by Allen. Jennings passes to Jimenez. Smith. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Offensive rebound. Nene lays it in without an inch of room around him. And the Pistons lead by 3. Bayless dishes to Gasol. Some solid defense there by Nene. The Pistons on offense. Outside Jennings. Jennings off a pick from Jimenez. For 3. It's back to Jennings. They set the screen. He passes to Jimenez. Misses the tray. The Grizzlies shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Connects! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
You know, something we're seeing less and less of these days, that little finger roll.
Smith, defended by Allen. Outside Jennings. Pass to Jimenez. Knocks down the trifecta.
Every point they get now puts them one step closer to the W.
If they're not there already, Steve, just a tremendous all-around game of basketball they play.
Gasol kicks to Prince. Takes the 3. Smith with the defensive effort. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you got to freeze the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
A few misses at the line, and they're in good shape.
And so the big win by Detroit in a tight game. You know, Clark, they couldn't put them away in regulation, but after a superb performance in